Cavani, Louis, what about his appearance today, his debut for the Red Devils at the age of 33 years, 253 days? He's not a spring chicken. I don't think he's going to be the long-term solution for Manchester United, but he looked lively considering he hasn't played competitive football since March. That's a good 7-8 months ago.
Yeah, he has been injured quite a lot last year, obviously for selection because other players were taking sometimes his place, but you could see straight away, where the goal is. Again, he had his first run, really like a striker run. So straight away, you understand that the guy is always going to be on the right position on the box. And it done something like it's quite similar than Chicharito, done this first one on the first post, then remove again and get busy, all the time to ask questions to the defender. So this is something that some of the strikers that Man United have recently, like Martial, Rashford, and Evan Greenwood, sometimes they're not very busy inside this box. So I think it's a great indication that he's going to be a great asset for Man United.
So you're comparing him to Chicharito in the way he operates in the box, the way he is a poacher?
Yes, kind of. That's one part of his talent and skills, but he's got other things. He's got that link up that maybe sometimes you find very useful when you play away from home, because he as well can press from really the top of the pitch for his squad. So it's very important, but on the same time, as I said, whatever the situation where a striker will strike the ball, he will be the first one to react because he has that in his DNA. He understands where his position needs to be to help us, his players as well. So those things are very useful for this squad, because some of the strikers are very young still and need to learn from very experienced players who scored like more than 200 goals.
Mario, let's just say Cavani gets his fitness back very quickly. He's always been noted for having good fitness levels as well. I want to add that. Do you reckon he's going to be an automatic starter?
Yeah, look, I think Cavani is a guy that doesn't give up, and I think sometimes when you come to a team, that's very crucial. What a lot of foreign players have to understand, and I think myself, and I'm sure Saha will agree, is that the fitness level that you might have at a different team is in England almost normal to have. But now you need to add more intelligence and more savviness of the game. So I think that will be crucial for Cavani. It won't be only his fitness level. I think it will be more down to his eagerness, his no fear level, because Cavani, I know him as a striker, that he's fearless. He doesn't care who plays against him. He just cares about how can I score and how can I upset the striker. But if it comes down to fitness, everybody will be fit, because Man United got a number of players that are in a crucial situation. We have, look at Donny van de Beek. He didn't even come on. And Holland was one of the biggest talents. But those are the kind of things that you really have to fight against, that you have to be willing to make yourself notable in a way that the team needs you. And not that the team thinks that, yeah, it's okay, we can play him. No, the team needs you, and that's how you win your position. And I think if Cavani does that, he will be the one that will be starting at Man United.
What about your take on this, Louis? Is he the spine of the team? Does that fit with Cavani when you think of De Gea, Maguire, probably Bruno Fernandes? Do you see Cavani being at the top of that?
I think, yes, it's definitely possible. That's why it's been transferred and acquired, because he's got that quality, because he's got that experience. All those key positions, you need that. You need that kind of charisma, wherever it's come from, your skills or your energy, your attitude. All this is an indication for other players around that they need to do the same. So when you see like Fernandes, like from the midfield, sometimes losing the ball, and he's the first one to press, it's an indication for other strikers and other midfielders to do the same. And it's not about like just the quality. You have to do a bit more than just your position is asking. And those players are doing this. Like it's part, again, as I said, the DNA. They want to galvanize their players and the team and even the fans. When you see those guys tackling and charging and scoring and doing all this energy level during the game. It's very important. Whoever, like we see, like not making mistakes from De Gea, from Maguire, from Fernandes, or the striker. I think that Martial could be a one to be on that position. But there is different games. The Premier League, especially, is a marathon. You need different things during the season, and I think that's why it's very important to get that different style of striker.
I asked this, and we don't have too much time to discuss it, but we recently conducted an interview with Paul Scholes. Our reporter in the UK, Alison Bender, sat down for a chat with him, and he talked about Anthony Martial, and I quote, "Martial almost conned us." He's effectively saying that he's questioning his ability to be the striker, the man for Manchester United, even though he had a fantastic end to last season. Where do you stand on this? Was Scholes right? Was he wrong? I mean, if you're going to opt for Cavani or Martial to start to lead the line, it's a conundrum for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yes, but that's the options. You know, I always had the chance to play in that team with 3 or 4 different strikers. None of them may have the same style of me, but we have to fight for the place. And this is right. Sometimes there is like a combination of being a number 9. I was not really a number 9, for example, and I don't think Martial at first is a number 9, but he's got the quality to give some more options because he's able to take the ball and control and do the dribbling, do the linking with other players. That kind of like situation that you play away from home or home is able to do it. Yes, of course, in terms of like getting that kind of like position where a midfielder like all Scholes especially needs to have the understanding of where you're going to be, where you're going to fit, where you're going to actually run. It's very important. And if it doesn't see that, it's an indication maybe there is something to improve. But at the end, I think still Martial has proved to me that he could be a number 9. I think that he's got to still learn from maybe Cavani. There is things that he can improve, but definitely he's been tremendous last year. And I do think that he can evolve with some players around him.
So you disagree with Paul Scholes, yes or no?
I do. Yeah, I do disagree a little bit, yeah.
Okay.